Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Coco is a 44-year-old face yoga specialist who appeared on AGT in a bright pink blazer to share her talent with the world after she announced her talent. Many of the judges appeared confused except Sofia Vergara, 51. So quickly announced, "I follow you on Instagram." She also admitted that she does some face yoga exercises while she's driving in her car. Face yoga, according to Coco, is a natural way to maintain your youthful appearance. Coco, convinced that she could win the competition with her talent, started by getting the judges to take part in a face yoga exercise. She made all of the judges buzz their lips like they were playing the trumpet and stick out their tongues. Cowell, 63, quickly hit his buzzer, indicating he was no longer interested in the performance. Coco responded by yelling, "This is a natural alternative to plastic surgery." Howie Mandel, 67, followed in Simon's footsteps by hitting their buzzer, but Sophia and Heidi Klum, 50, held out. Soon after, the audience started to boo Coco so loudly that Simon and the other judges couldn't hear her. Howie then hit Heidi's buzzer for her, and he soon hit Sophia's as well so the act would come to an end. Sophia wanted her to continue so badly that she actually asked, "Do you do private sessions?" Howie replied by telling Sophia to hire Coco and said that face yoga should be done in private, not on a stage. Coco didn't like what she was hearing, and he yelled, "But AGT is for any talent. AGT is not just for dancers or singers or magicians. AGT is for any talent, any talent." The vote ended up being split down the middle with Sophia and Heidi voting yes while Simon and Howie voted no. AGT fans on Twitter weren't thrilled with the concept of face yoga, and many couldn't see the value in it. One said, "Who's gonna pay to watch face yoga in Vegas? Not even a free demonstration." Someone else asked, "What is going on with this face yoga CP? You have got to be kidding me, a face yoga, no matter how good you feel afterward? It's not a talent you want for a Vegas act," added a third. Another said, "This looks far more like a beauty routine than a talent. Is the next act going to be brow waxing?" A fifth said, "This was just stupid. What makes someone think that they can headline in Vegas by playing with their face?" A change is brewing. Fans have questioned a major facet of the show after a viewer inquired about the international aspect of the talent series. On Reddit, a fan pointed out that despite being called AGT, the show featured plenty of overseas acts. Others questioned the fairness of having experienced acts from other countries' versions of the show compete, and even suggested a name change could be in order. The original poster wrote, "Given that the name is America's Got Talent, I just have a simple question. Why is it that people are able to travel from all over the world to perform in this variant of the show? Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love their performances. I'm just confused by the concept. I feel like the show could either be renamed, or maybe another show in a similar format could be created. I don't even know." In response, another added, "You're not wrong. America's Got Talent and other countries use a possessives on the country, implying its acts belong to the country the show is named. However, they might as well just call AGT something more worldly if they're trying to go more mainstream international." "They should rename it," agreed a third. However, one person reasoned, "The name just references where the show takes place. All of the acts, including international acts, are in America when auditioning, so it makes sense to still call it America's Got Talent because they all compete and perform in America." On another forum covering the same topic, a further commenter snarked, "I don't think it's fair for experienced contestants to be on AGT. If American experienced contestants have to be on All Stars, then foreign experienced contestants should also have to be on All Stars. They continued. Even worse is the fact that they even allow finalists, and even winners of Foreign Got Talent and other talent shows to compete with the inexperienced AGT contestants. Honestly, explain to me how that's fair. The stage of America's Got Talent, AGT, has always been a place where dreams are either ignited or extinguished. From awe-inspiring singers to jaw-dropping acrobats, the show is a melting pot of talent. However, it has also been known for its fair share of unusual and sometimes outright bizarre auditions. One such moment unfolded recently, leaving the judges and audience in shock as an audacious contestant faced off with none other than Simon Cowell. The evening was electric with anticipation. The audience cheered as each contestant took the stage, hoping to dazzle the judges with their talents. Then came Natalie Harrow, a 32-year-old wellness coach from Portland, Oregon. Wearing a bright yellow leotard and a confident smile, she walked to the center of the stage carrying a yoga mat. "What are you performing for us tonight?" asked host Terry Crews backstage as Natalie adjusted her mat. "Face yoga," she said with an air of importance. "It's transformative, it's life-changing, and I'm going to prove that to everyone watching tonight." Her reply drew murmurs of curiosity and confusion from the crowd. On stage, Simon Cowell raised an eyebrow. "Face yoga, all right, let's see it," he said skeptically, leaning back in his chair. The music began, a soft, meditative tune, and Natalie launched into her routine. Her performance involved exaggerated facial movements, contorted expressions, and strange guttural noises. She stretched her mouth wide, puckered her lips dramatically, and wiggled her eyebrows to the rhythm. The audience's initial curiosity quickly turned into muffled laughter and then loud boos. Simon's face was a study in restrained disbelief. By the time Natalie began imitating a fish, puffing her cheeks and flapping her lips, Judge Heidi Klum covered her mouth to hide a laugh, while Sofia Vergara shook her head in bemusement. Howie Mandel, trying to stay polite, tapped his buzzer gently. Simon waited, his finger hovering over his buzzer, before finally pressing it with deliberate force. The room erupted in a chorus of disapproval. "All right, stop, Simon said, waving his hand to cut off the performance. Natalie froze, mid-pucker, her face a mixture of confusion and defiance. "I have to ask," Simon began, his tone dripping with sarcasm. "Is this supposed to entertain us or frighten us?" The audience laughed, but Natalie wasn't amused. "Excuse me," she snapped, her voice rising. "This is an ancient practice that promotes relaxation, anti-aging, and self-confidence. I've helped hundreds of clients feel better about themselves. How dare you dismiss it so rudely?" Simon shrugged. "Look, I'm sure it's useful in certain contexts, but this is America's Got Talent. This is not the platform for whatever that was." Natalie's face turned crimson. She turned to the audience, her voice shaking with anger. "You're all laughing, but you have no idea how hard I've worked on this. You sit there, judging me, but at least I'm doing something unique and creative." The crowd began to boo louder, their patience wearing thin. Simon leaned forward, his expression stern. "Natalie, you've got to understand. This is a talent show. Unique doesn't always mean entertaining, and frankly, I found that painful to watch." At this, Natalie lost her composure entirely. "You think you're so smart, Simon Cowell, sitting there in your chair, crushing people's dreams. You wouldn't know creativity if it slapped you in the face." The audience gasped. Heidi and Sophia exchanged shocked glances, while Howie held his head in his hands, trying to stifle laughter. Simon, ever unflappable, smirked. "Well, I've been slapped before, but thankfully not by face yoga." The confrontation escalated further as Natalie stepped closer to the judge's table. Security quickly intervened, keeping her at bay. "You're just a bully in a designer suit," she yelled. You think your opinion is the only one that matters, but you're wrong. Simon sighed and gestured to the producers. All right, I think we've seen enough, thank you, Natalie. Don't you dare dismiss me like that, Natalie shouted, her voice trembling with fury. At this point, the audience was divided. Some jeered, while others cheered Natalie on for standing up to Simon. But the overwhelming sentiment in the room was one of secondhand embarrassment. Finally, Terry Crews stepped onto the stage, trying to diffuse the tension. All right, let's give it up for Natalie, he said, clapping. The applause was sparse, and Natalie stormed off the stage, her face contorted, not with yoga, but with anger. Backstage, she vented to the cameras. This is what's wrong with society. People like Simon tear others down instead of lifting them up. My face yoga is revolutionary, and I'll prove it, just not here. Meanwhile, the judges discussed the ordeal at the table. Well, that was intense, Heidi said, shaking her head. Sophia laughed nervously. She's passionate, I'll give her that. Simon, unfazed, simply muttered, next. The aftermath. The episode aired, and Natalie's audition quickly went viral. Social media exploded with memes, GIFs, and commentary. Some users mocked her performance, while others praised her for standing up to Simon. A handful even expressed interest in learning face yoga, proving Natalie wasn't entirely without an audience. Despite the humiliation, Natalie capitalized on her newfound fame. She launched a YouTube channel, Face Yoga Nation, where she shared tutorials and wellness tips. Surprisingly, the channel gained a modest following, with fans drawn to her unshakable confidence and unique approach. Simon, on the other hand, remained unapologetic. In interviews, he referred to the incident as one of the most bizarre auditions he'd ever witnessed. Conclusion. While Natalie didn't win over the judges or the AGT audience, she achieved something few contestants do. She became unforgettable. Her audition served as a reminder of the fine line between unique and bizarre, and the unpredictable drama that makes America's Got Talent must-watch television. And who knows? Perhaps in a few years, face yoga will be all the rage, and Natalie will have the last laugh. For now, though, she'll forever be remembered as the contestant who dared to scream at Simon Cowell. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Update World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.